everyone. Welcome back to Daily English Flow. I'm your host, Alice. How is everyone doing today? And of course, I am here with my good friend Ben. Hi, Ben. How are things with you?
Hey, Alice. Hello, guys. Things are actually really good. I had a great breakfast, so I am ready to go.
Oh? That sounds nice. You know, Ben, today we have a very interesting topic. It is something a lot of our listeners ask about.
Really? Let me guess. Is it about grammar?
No, not grammar. It is about listening. You know, many students say, Alice, I study English for years, but when I hear a native speaker, I don't understand anything.
Oh, yes. That is a classic problem. It can be very frustrating, right?
Yes, exactly. It is frustrating. So today, we are going to talk about why this happens. And the title of today's episode is Why You Can't Understand Native Speakers and Why It Is Not Your Fault.
I love that title. It is not your fault. Because, honestly, it really isn't.
Okay, so Ben, let's start there. Why do students feel like it is their fault? I mean, they memorize words, they read books.
Well, here's the thing. Most students learn textbook English. You know what I mean?
Textbook English? You mean like the English we learn in school?
Exactly. In school, you learn English like a robot. Hello, how are you? I am fine, thank you. Every word is clear. Every word is separate.
Ah, I see. But real people don't speak like that, do they?
No way. Definitely not. In real life, native speakers are, we are lazy.
Lazy? What do you mean by lazy?
I mean, our mouths are lazy. We want to speak fast and easy. So we don't say every word perfectly. We mix them together.
Ah, okay. So we mix the words. Is there a name for that?
Yes, actually. We call it connected speech.
Connected speech. Okay. Can you explain that a little bit more?
Sure. Connected speech happens when the end of one word connects to the start of the next word. It sounds like one long word.
Can you give us an example?
Let me see. Okay, think about the phrase, stop it. S-T-O-P-I-T.
Stop it. 2 words.
Right. But in real life, a native speaker says, Stopit. Stopit. It sounds like one word.
Wow. Yeah, you're right. Stopit. It connects. So, if a student is waiting for 2 words, they might get confused.
Exactly. And that is a simple one. It gets much crazier with long sentences.
Okay, so connected speech is problem number 1. Is there anything else?
Oh yes, there is something called reductions.
Reductions. That sounds like making something smaller?
That's exactly right. Good guess, Alice. A reduction is when we delete sounds to make a word shorter.
Oh, interesting. Like slang?
Kind of, but everyone uses it, even the president. For example, Alice, ask me what I am going to do this weekend.
Okay. Ben, what are you going to do this weekend?
I'm going to watch a movie.
Ah, you said gonna.
Yes, I didn't say going to. I said gonna. That is a reduction. Going to becomes gonna.
I hear that all the time in movies. Gonna? Wanna? Gotta.
Yes, and here is the secret, guys. If you study the textbook, you look for going to. But your ears hear gonna, and your brain goes error. Error. I don't know that word.
That is so true. The brain panics.
Right. So you feel stupid. You think, my English is bad, but actually, your English is fine. You just aren't used to the lazy English.
You know, Ben, I think speed is also a big problem. Students always say, native speakers talk too fast.
Yeah, I hear that a lot. They speak so fast. But, Alice, can I tell you a secret?
Yes, tell me. What is the secret?
We don't actually speak that fast.
Really? No way. It sounds super fast to me sometimes.
It feels fast because of the rhythm.
The rhythm? Like music?
Yes, English has a beat. Da 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 da. We stress the important words, and we say the unimportant words very, very quickly.
Okay. So, we eat the small words?
We eat them. Yes. For example, look at the sentence. I went to the store to buy a book.
I went to the store to buy a book.
The important words are went, store, buy, book.
Okay. The main actions.
Right. The other words, to, the, we say them super fast. Listen, I went to the store to buy a book.
Wow, yeah. You barely hear the to the. It sounds like a little noise.
Exactly. So, if a student tries to hear every single word, they will fail. They can't keep up.
That makes so much sense. We try to translate every word in our heads, right?
Yes, and that is dangerous. Do not translate. Just listen for the big words, the stress words.
Okay, Ben, this is great info. But what can our listeners do? How can they fix this?
Well, first, stop being hard on yourself. Relax. Stress closes your ears.
I like that. Relax. What else?
You need to listen to real conversations, not just textbooks. Listen to podcasts like this one, or watch interviews on YouTube.
Should they use subtitles?
That is a good question, I think. Use subtitles first to understand. Then turn them off and listen again.
That is good advice. Listen with your ears, not your eyes.
Also, try to learn phrases, not just words. Don't learn how. Are. You. Learn the sound. How. Are ya?
How are ya?
Exactly. Treat it like one sound. How are ya?
It sounds much more natural. Well, Ben, I think that is enough for today. My brain is full.
Yeah, we covered a lot. Connected speech, reductions, and rhythm.
So guys, remember, if you don't understand a native speaker, don't panic. It is not your fault. It's just lazy English.
Exactly. Keep listening, keep practicing, and be patient with yourself. You are doing great.
Thank you so much for listening to Daily English Flow. If you liked this episode, please subscribe and leave us a comment.
Yeah, tell us, what is the hardest word for you to hear? We want to know.
See you next time, everyone. Bye.
Bye, guys. Take care.